I learned about something called a winning diet. And that's like everything, not only that we take in that we eat, but everything that our eyes see, everything that our ears see.
Yeah.
And it just is I'm always intrigued when I hear people talking about the messaging like yourself. You're talking about the positive music and everything, because I personally believe it makes a difference, and obviously you do too.
Yeah.
That's why I was asking about the change.
Majorly.
That's dope. When you were in prison, did they give you? Do you feel like the prison system itself gave you any of these same tools, or prepared you in any way positive when you did leave, the way that you're doing now that you're out?
I feel like the structure behind it in the day breakdown, meaning like, because there was, again, I was young, so I probably wasn't taking advantage of any of the, because I know there was programs, there was like college programs. I would see like dudes, like older dudes, I'm in my 20s, some people like in their 30s, they're in that, they're getting that knowledge, they taking these classes.
Right.
I'm like, I didn't come to prison to go to college. That was my mindset, what I mean?
But they did have some programs.
But they had some programs, and they had some things that you could work with. A lot of people found their craft in prison. But thing that I think that I took home for a while was just the structure of like the wake up times, the eating times, the work. We all worked in there, so I wasn't too afraid to work when I got home, no matter where it was. Like that experience really humbled me, because I would never take a job at like a McDonald's or nothing like that before prison for some reason. Don't know why, but like after I was trying to get into McDonald's, I want Burger King, I want Starbucks, whatever, any job, so it helped me understand that like the work ethic goes further than the job, and I scored my first job as like a dishwasher at Joe's Crab Shack off of Fisherman's Wharf, and I was happy to do it. Happy to bust some suds, you know what I mean? I wanted to learn everything in there. So the structure of the day, definitely, I feel like that was a positive thing that I took home.
Right.
Yeah.
And how much did you get paid when you was in prison for the job?
Shit, man, I want to say maybe I was bringing in like $20 per month.
Per month?
Yeah, $20 per month.
Were you in Unicor? Because
I was in Unicor.
$20 sounds like a lot.
I was in the kitchen. Unicor, they had got it up to where like those dudes made like maybe $100 or more.
Okay.
So that's another thing. It's funny you bring it up.
Tell us about
Unicor. It did instill some things about, when you did get money in prison, you learned how to save it and stretch it. The $30 that I had, that shit didn't get spent until like the middle of next month, or even, the month after that, because I didn't have much, you know what I mean? I learned how to really stretch that dollar and that dime. And out here, I have to remind myself how to stretch that dollar and that dime and make it last. It was one of those times also where like your time was limited, and like I know you remember the phone calls where you only could get 300 phone calls per minute for 300 minutes per month.
5 hours.
So you were very selective on the people that you were discussing or talking to or calling. It was almost like you were choosy. I'm not gonna waste my time, my money on somebody that doesn't really care for me. I brought that shit home. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean?
That's a good life lesson.
But I still connect with, the people that I need to connect with, and that's more so the family and the friends that you need to be there for. Everything else, I'm still kind of like tunnel vision on that aspect of it. I brought that home.
Yeah, that's funny that you say that, because I experienced something very similar, also basically the same thing. You just when you lose that time and it's taken away from you, man, time it means so much more to me now, because I took my time, and who I spent it with, how I spent it.
Yeah,
I really, really took it for granted, and that division of time, that's one of the best things, I think. Like you say, on that phone you got 5 hours, and in the beginning maybe I was reaching out to a couple people. When you realize how fast that 5 hours go, man. You don't be playing with that no more. And I would give it to the people that I felt really, like my mom, the wife, the kids. You want to speak to them, and you want to give them as much of that 5 hours as you can give them. And you learn how to stretch it out, because you don't want to end up in the middle of the month with no more hours left.
Yeah, you'll be sick in there. You can't call on Sunday, can't say goodnight to your little girlfriend or whatever you got. You know what I mean? So you stretch that time, and then you stretch the money. I think there was like a spending limit in there too.
$300 a thing. It might have been $280 at one point, and I think they raised it to
$300 per month you're allowed to
something.
spend to, you know, buy your little oodles and noodles or whatever it was, but you can't go past it. So it's like, go ahead, get all you need. But if you blow it all in the first week, you ain't spending until next month. So make sure you really get what you need.
And it's crazy because I saw people do the same nonsense that I be seeing people do now in the free world. It's like, I guess it's just harder for some people to have discipline because I would see some people spend it, the hours, the money over and over again in the first week or two.
Yeah.
And then have to borrow.
Yeah. The thing about in the free world or just here, and things have changed where like the money's flowing in really quickly. So I think we're getting a little bit sidetracked with like how much money you think you got opposed to like you spending 10 times faster than you get bringing it in.
They say it's not how much you make, it's how much you spend,
How
right?
much you spend, you know what I mean? So the mindset of like, I'll just spend it today, I'm gonna get it back tomorrow. That is a thing, you know, where like, for some it works, but I see it hurt a lot of people, man, because you just keep on thinking the money's coming, but you're not saving.
Right.
You know, that shit is important. Saving is important.
Right. No question.
So
it's a skill.
Save your minutes and save your time. Save your money.
Exactly. I think it's you know, if you choose to, you can learn, you can become very disciplined in there. And I guess that's one of the positive aspects.
Yeah, one of the beautiful pieces.
Yeah.
Yeah.